1892. New York. J.P. Morgan, the banking titan, made his move. Edison's company merged with Thomson Houston Electric Company, General Electric Company, GE. But Edison knew this merger would strip him of control. The name Edison disappeared from the company. It was humiliation. But a new giant was born. Light bulbs, generators, railroads. A company that would pioneer the electric age. May 26, 1896. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was born. Charles Dow selected 12 companies that represented America. GE was one of them. It wasn't just an honor. It was proof. This company is the heart of the American economy. But no one knew that 122 years later, that glory would end. GE didn't stop. The 1900s. The age of home appliances arrived. Refrigerators, washing machines, radios. GE became the core of the electrical industry. In people's lives, there were GE products. From waking up to going to sleep. They weren't just products. They were life itself. The 1950s. GE reached for the sky. Aircraft engines. It was a new battlefield. The jet engine market. GE stood at its summit. From light bulbs to the skies. That ambition never stopped. April 1st, 1981. A new leader emerged. Jack Welch, 45 years old, GE's youngest CEO in history. He stood in the boardroom. Over 100 executives stared at him. Welch declared, "GE will change. Any business that can't be number 1 or 2 in its market will be sold. Number 1 or 2, nothing else matters." The boardroom fell silent. It was the beginning of a revolution. Welch's 20 years. They became legend. At the start, GE's market cap was around $13 billion. When he left, it was around $400 billion. 30 times larger. Welch was ruthless. He sold and acquired over 350 businesses. He cut weak divisions. He kept only the strong. The world praised him as the greatest CEO of the 20th century. But within the empire Welch built, a certain distortion lurked. No one noticed it. The late 1980s. GE found a new path. Finance. GE Capital. It was GE's financial subsidiary. Aircraft leasing. Real estate financing. Credit cards. Finance was more profitable than manufacturing. Far more. Welch bet on GE Capital. In 1980, GE Capital's profits were 15% of GE's total. By the late 1990s, it exceeded 50%. GE was no longer a manufacturing company. It was a finance company. No one warned. This is dangerous. September 7, 2001. Welch left GE. His successor was Jeff Immelt, 45 years old. He inherited Welch's legacy. But Immelt didn't know. What would happen 4 days later? September 11, 2001. The terrorist attacks on America. The world changed. And so did GE's fate. Immelt became CEO at the worst possible time. September 15, 2008. Lehman Brothers collapsed. The financial crisis struck the world. GE Capital. It was a massive time bomb. Before the crisis, GE Capital held hundreds of billions of dollars in assets. But much of it was funded by short-term debt. The financial markets froze. The commercial paper market stopped functioning. Short-term funding markets froze, making it impossible to raise even daily operating capital. Immelt was terrified. All of GE could go bankrupt while still profitable. A manufacturing giant was dying because of finance. October 2008. The U.S. government saved GE. GE Capital utilized the FDIC's Temporary Liquidity Guarantee Program. Government backing of up to $139 billion in debt. It was a rescue. And humiliation. GE's stock price plunged from its pre-crisis highs. Market capitalization shrank dramatically. Immelt spoke at a press conference. "We will survive." But in his eyes, there was doubt. Can we really survive? Immelt kept moving. In 2011, he acquired energy companies one after another. In 2015, he acquired Alstom's power and grid business for around $10 billion. In 2015, he sold most of GE Capital. He kept moving. But GE didn't recover. The stock price remained depressed. Investors grew frustrated. What is Immelt doing? This wouldn't have happened under Welch. He was compared, always to Welch. Immelt endured. But time was running out. August 1st, 2017. Immelt left GE. 16 years. He tried to rebuild GE, but he failed. His successor was John Flannery, 55 years old. Flannery faced harsh reality. GE was surfacing massive one-time losses and charges, including insurance reserves and asset impairments. The stock price continued falling. He spoke at a press conference. GE needs to change from the ground up. But it was already too late. June 26, 2018. History ended. GE was removed from the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The DJIA began in 1896, and GE had been an iconic original member for over a century. The other 11 companies had all disappeared. But GE had remained. Now that GE was gone, the floor of the New York Stock Exchange fell silent. Traders were speechless. GE, of all companies. October 2018. GE made its final bet. Larry Culp, 55 years old, hired from outside, GE's first external CEO in history. Culp walked the factories. He talked with engineers. He was convinced. GE isn't dead yet, but it needs fundamental change. Culp realized. Being a conglomerate itself was now destroying value. He decided. Split GE apart. November 9th, 2021. Culp made the announcement. GE will divide. Healthcare, aerospace, energy. Each would become an independent company. 2023, healthcare separated. 2024, energy became independent. The core would focus on aerospace as GE Aerospace. The conglomerate that lasted 126 years would disappear, but it would be reborn as 3 specialized companies. Culp said, "This isn't failure, it's evolution. Edison's spirit will live on." A complex atmosphere filled the press room. January 2023. GE Healthcare became independent. April 2024. GE Vernova separated. The remaining core relaunched as GE Aerospace. 132 years of history. From one corporation to 3 companies. GE Aerospace emerged as a leader in the aircraft engine market. GE Healthcare continues supporting the world with medical devices. GE Vernova stands at the forefront of energy transformation. Each began walking its own path. And the split was a tremendous success. From 2024 to 2025, the stock price of the newly focused aviation company soared. The recovery in aviation demand provided tailwinds. The former elephant became a nimble bird and soared into the sky once again. Edison's dream didn't end. It just changed form. So what can we learn from this story? GE's story is a warning. Success formulas aren't eternal. Welch's golden age. It created dependence on finance. A manufacturing giant came to earn half its profits from finance. That was dangerous. In 2008, the financial crisis exposed everything. And there's another lesson. Companies that lose focus die. GE tried to do too many things, from aircraft engines to light bulbs to finance. A company that can do everything ultimately masters nothing. Culp understood that. That's why he decided to break it apart. Finally, I want to ask you, Success can sometimes become the greatest trap. Past victories can create future defeats. If you're running a successful company right now, will that success formula still work in 10 years? Does your company truly have focus? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for taking this journey with me. From GE's glory and collapse to its rebirth, what did you learn? This channel continues exploring the lessons history left behind, the timeless wisdom behind success and failure. Subscribe, and let's learn together in the next story. And share your insights in the comments. I'll see you next time.